Hey guys, today I'm going to do a study on Leviticus chapter 3. So let's get into it. If his offering is a fellowship sacrifice, and he's presenting an animal from the heart, whether male or female, he's presenting one without blemish before the Lord. So, this is a fellowship offering, which is I think it means something you can just do, sacrifice an animal just because you're grateful. But also another thing, like I said before, without blemish, because blemish is representative of sin, and Jesus was able to is the ultimate representation of all these sacrifices, and he is without sin, without blemish. He is to lay his hand on the head of the offering and slaughter it at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Then Aaron's son, the priest, will slather blood on all sides of the altar. So he's to lay the hand on the offering and slaughter it. So this is him laying the head on the offering. It's him putting his sin and guilt into the offering, so that the sacrifice is taking his punishment, and that's how it atones it, and that's the reason why Jesus' sacrifice can atone all of our sins. He will present part of the fellowship sacrifice as a food offering to the Lord. The fat surrounding the entrails, all the fat is on the entrails, and the two kidneys with the fat on them at the loins. He will also remove the fatty lobes of the liver with the kidneys. Aaron's son will burn it on the altar along with the burnt offering as on the burning wood, a food offering, a pleasing aroma to the Lord. If his offering as a fellowship or a sacrifice to the Lord is from the flock, he presents a male or female without blemish. If he is presenting a lamb for his offering, he is presented before the Lord. He must lay his hands on the head of the offering, then slaughter it before the tent of meeting. Aaron's sons will splatter its blood on all sides of the altar. So the splattering the blood is on the altar is to show all the blood, because the blood is what cleanses and the sins, and what pays for the sins. He then present part of the fellowship sacrifice as a food offering to the Lord, consisting of its fat and entire fat tail, which he sees to remove close to the backbone. He also removed the fat surrounding the entrails, all the fat on the entrails, the two kidneys with the fat on them, at the loins, and the fatty lobe of the liver above the kidneys. Then the priest will burn the food on the altar as a food offering to the Lord. So the food offering is something that will be burned. So it's kind of it's also kind of a monetary sacrifice, because you're giving up all this meat, all this stuff that could be for food, and it's getting burned up so that no one can eat it. So it's kind of also trusting the Lord. If his offering to goat, he is presented before the Lord. He must lay his hands on his head and slaughter it before the tent of meeting. Aaron's sons will splatter the blood on all sides of the altar. Here's then part of his offering as a food offering to the Lord. The fat surrounding the entrails, all the fat is on the entrails, and the two kidneys with the fat on them at the loins. He also removed the fatty lobe of the liver with the kidneys. Then the priest will burn the food on the altar as a food offering for the pleasing aroma. All fat belongs to the Lord. This is a promised statute throughout your generations, wherever you live. You must not eat any fat or any blood. So all fat belongs to the Lord. And this is a promise, they should not, what he's telling them is that they should not eat any fat or any blood. And the reason why is because, the fat and the blood is not good for you. The fat is all greasy and stuff like that, and then blood has a lot of bacteria in it. So the Lord is basically saying don't eat, if you ever want to eat any animals, don't eat the fat and the blood, which is the bad part. So he's keeping them safe. Healthy and safe. And this is beginning of the kosher law, which the kosher law is for so that people would the Jewish people would be healthy and stuff like that. So yeah. So all these sacrifices are because I think there's somewhere else, not in Hebrews, because I did Hebrews elsewhere, but I feel like there's a letter from Paul that said Jesus is our sacrificial lamb. I don't know exactly where it was at. I don't think it's in any of the Corinthians. Could be wrong though. Oh, I forgot to turn it off. I hope it's not too loud AC. Yeah. I don't know where it's at. Imagine if it's in Thessalonians, but I'll put it in the comment section below. And so the main point is that Jesus Christ is our sacrificial lamb, and he has paid for all our sins. And yeah. So this has been a study of Leviticus chapter 3, which is about the fellowship offering. And yeah, so if any experienced Christian sees this and I said anything wrong, please correct me. And if you like this video, like it. If you think I'm doing something good, subscribe. And I'll see you the next day if the Lord wills. Bye.